southern China, and you are watching the #1 place on the internet for Chinese tea education. Anyways, today I'm going to drink this Lapsang Souchong, or Lapsang Souchong, and go over some of my tea collection. Now we're going to look at probably about half of my tea collection, and the other half is in this chest behind me and in some drawers. But let me just get this little tea session started here. This is my Lapsang Souchong. Smoky. I call it the brisket of teas, and it really is quite fitting because my tea warehouse is in Oklahoma. And you know, Texas, Oklahoma, they love smoked meats. Just gonna use 6 grams. Not looking to mega dose it. But let me get the rinse going. And then we'll break into this chest and I'll show you some of my tea collection. You know, tea collecting is a little bit insidious because sometimes you get kind of excited and you acquire a bunch of new teas. But, you know, drinking tea is like tea goes very slowly. I mean, a 100-gram pouch of tea, I mean, that could last you a long time. I mean, everyone's different. Some people are drinking 15 grams a day and some people are drinking 5. But, I mean, if you're drinking 10 grams a day, you know, you're going to get weeks out of that, or a week and a half out of that 100-gram pouch. So anyways, tea can stack up. And especially here in China, it's really easy to just let tea totally stack up. But this is the rinse I'm just pouring off. And this is that Lapsang Souchong leaves. And the lighting's not very good close to the camera there. But anyways, it's super smoky. From Tongmu Village. And I'm gonna make some content with Tongmu Village soon. But yeah, I don't flash infuse this tea quite as much. So a lot of my teas I'll just do a really fast infusion, but I'm only using 6 grams a leaf, not my normal 8. So I'll let it steep a little bit longer, a couple seconds. I mean, nothing crazy, you know, just maybe 5 seconds or 10 seconds. The brisket of teas. That's really good. Whoops. I'm going to set that aside real fast. And in this is my attempt to organize one of my tea shelves. It was disastrous. Tea everywhere. But we can go through here and I'll show you some of my collection. And then maybe we'll go through this one too. And these are just full of pouches. Normally you'd fill a container like this. You'd normally bag it. I like to do double bags and then throw the tea in there. But these protect tea from light and physical knocks and air. You know, the circular design. See the circular top on this? The circular design, this, cylindrical. The circular top is, I don't know if you can hear that. And there's like a suction created there. It's the circular design is really good at keeping the air out. So you usually will see that in tea canisters. Here's a tea canister. This one has some qianliang cha. I don't know if you can hear that. There's like this suction sound. Some really nice qianliang cha in there. A little hard to see. Running low. I'm gonna get some more of that. Did you hear that? The air? This metal has been crafted so that it forms an airtight seal on here. Listen again. Did you hear that? There's actually like an airtight seal created with this metal on metal. It's miraculous. Obviously it's not, you know, 100% airtight. Not like some of these pouches would probably be better for long-term storage. But let's just go into some of these pouches here. And that's what this is. this isn't standard, tea storage. This is just my attempt to organize part of my collection. And this is just full of pouches. But normally you'd have it with bags of loose tea, not these individual pouches. This is more for like bulk storage. In one of the other videos, I said 20 kg of tea, but that's wrong, like 10 kg of tea. So like 20, 25 pounds, depending on how fluffy your tea is, right? So if it's like some like ripe pu'er or some ripe liubiao, those tend to be pretty dense. But if it's some super fluffy, Bai Mudan, like you might only get 5, 7 kg in something like this, because Bai Mudan is just so fluffy. It's the fluffiest tea. In fact, I had to redo my pouch sizes just to accommodate Bai Mudan. So fluffy. And also some of, some older, some liubiao teas made with more mature leaves. Those will be really airy and fluffy too. Like my smoked liubiao. That one's super fluffy. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Are you real? I know, it can be deceptive how real I really am. Anyways, so right on the top here, first, let me describe what the purpose of this is. This was just to organize my tea collection. And so every week, I'm gonna be pulling 5 teas out of here and 5 teas out of here. And that's the way I'm gonna manage my tea rotation now, because it's just gotten out of hand. And I just need a kind of a system to work through some of this tea and to keep the tea that I'm trying exciting. And obviously new teas come in throughout the week sometimes, so I'll put those aside. And then out of the 10 teas that I collect from these canisters each week, the new teas that come into my possession will have priority on being tasted. Anyway, the tea collector problems, right? So right off the bat, I got my 23 Jingmai Ancient Tree Red Tea. Love this tea. I like the 22 as well. 23, very similar. Excellent tea. 2009 Liubiao smoked. These two both on my website, but this isn't a sales presentation. All right. What do we got here? This one, 2010. Yeah, this is a Liubiao tea. Maybe we should look at some of these. And actually, I have a little gallon here. So this is kind of that bud heavy Liubiao. It's difficult to see. Sorry, my lighting's not ideal. But yeah, there's some Liubiao tea. What's this? This is some white tea. It says right there in English, white tea. And this is actually a really unique white tea. I haven't really pinned it down yet as to what I really think of this, but look at these leaves. So unique. Really kind of special looking leaves. I don't know if you can see it. Well, these are kind of some unique white tea leaves. And I've kind of been beating around the bush on this one. Haven't really made up my mind on it. Liubiao smoked, 2009. Love this tea. 2010 Liubiao show. There's just a lot of weird stuff. 2010 Liubiao dark tea. That's that bud heavy tea. Some of these are multiples. Yeah, 2010 Liubiao show. You know, when I pack tea for my website, the tea that doesn't quite make the cut, basically like kind of like the end of it, it's like broken leaves and stuff. That's kind of what I drink. Here's some 24 Ba-Xian. Look how messed up this pouch is. So I'm actually changing my pouches now, getting away from this paper. It's really just not the best for high quality tea to keep everything sealed and safe. And yeah. So if you have one of these, if you have like one of these pouches, like these are going to become the legacy pouches, and I'm moving away from these. My next big restock is going to have different pouches, different pouch material. What is this? 23 Baihao Yanjin. Man, this is the 23 Baihao Yanjin on my website. Love this tea, man. You see, I just opened it up and there's trichomes. Tea fuzz floating in the air. Love this tea. And the lighting's not ideal. But just these beautiful buds. These beautiful little buds. So creamy. So delicious. Love this tea. I can't really read what you said there. Do you have a favorite type? I'm in America. I just drank some very basic supermarket tea, usually green tea. Yeah, I mean, any whole leaf tea is going to just be light years above some supermarket tea or like tea bags. But yeah, I mean, if you were starting out, I'd go with some whole leaf black tea, or in China we call it red tea. Like my Jingmai Ancient Tree Red Tea. This is like a super high quality tea. Super lucky to have this one. But yeah, I mean, it's just a long learning experience, right? Tea, it's just this constant flow of new teas, you know, and it's like some will be a fleeting spark in your life. And you'll love them for a week or two, and then you'll let them go. Some teas are gonna stay with you for years. So it's just like anything in life. You know, what's your favorite food? Everyone likes to eat different food, and everyone drinks tea for different reasons. So, yeah, you just got to start the journey. But supermarket's not the place to start that, and neither is Amazon or eBay for that matter. But yeah, there's a lot of good tea websites. You know, myteaconnection.com is my website, but there are others, and you know. This is some gift tea that was given to me, some Longjing. I believe this is 24. Yeah, some 24 Longjing. This is not the 24 Longjing on my website. This is just a different one. Okay, everybody knows Anhua dark tea. This is Anhua red tea. So what we call black tea in America. But it's these really nice leaves and buds. And so most Anhua tea gets turned into fermented tea. But this tea was made up to be just a red tea or a black tea. Super high quality. Bought this right out of a farmer's house. It's kind of a funny story. But he was a really nice guy. He didn't even accept the payment method I had. So I had to pay his son with my phone, and then the son promised to pay his father. So that's kind of funny. It was real rural. I mean, I just met this guy, and he brought me into his like storeroom and showed me all this amazing tea, and I ended up buying a bunch. 2023 Shui Xian. That's a good tea. From that Zhengyan region in the Wui Mountains. It's not like the best tea. The price is right on this tea. It's a really good value, Shui Xian. If you really want to just spend something spectacular, I would go with that. What is it called? Luan Gorge. I've kind of forgotten the name. 24 Longjing. It's almost going to be time for 25 Longjings. I wonder how the season will be. I need to check in with some people. 2010 Liubiao. Just a whole... Maybe I should move this over in front of the camera here. Just so many. Okay. These are some cakes. I don't even know what they are. I haven't translated this. I don't know what this is. I don't know, maybe if someone can read Chinese, I don't know what this is. And that's part of the problem. Like when you get just this massive tea collection going, you end up with tea like you don't even know what it is. Like, where did I get that? I don't even know who gave me this. I don't even know where I got that tea. So yeah, I need to like translate it and then see what's what with it. This 2016 something or other. You know, I don't read Chinese. It smells pretty good. Some loose tea. Some 2016 leaves here. Oh, I'm spilling. So, yeah, it ends up being like homework. Like you end up with, I end up with all these teas, and it's like I just haven't. You want to get to all the teas, right? But maybe that's just being greedy. Some shomei, some delicious puffy, fluffy shomei. Yeah, loose shomei. That has to be the fluffiest tea. I think this is that Yunnan shomei. Just fluffy, puffy leaves. Yeah, those white tea shomeis. Very fluffy. White tea by Mudan. Fluffy, puffy. Another bag of that shomei. Fluffy, puffy leaves. I'm looking at your website right now. Cool, man. Yeah, I can't really read it here. You start carrying the green tea you've been drinking on stream. I want to try it now. Yeah, someone else said that, and they said they went to Amazon and got it, and I felt bad for them. Because I'm sure the nice green tea is not really that nice on Amazon. But yeah, Maojian, I'm working on it. I need to get out there to the tea fields. Some 23 by Hao Yanjin. This is the same one on my website. It's delicious. Maojian? Question mark. So this tea was a little bit of a mystery to me because it just had this really interesting coloring, and the more I looked at it, the more I was like, I just haven't tried it yet. It's hard to see there. But then I thought it was like a Lu Guo, that watermelon seed tea. Sorry, my lighting right behind the camera is suboptimal. But yeah, just kind of like, this is like pouches with question marks. Just, I haven't nailed down what tea this is. I don't even know where I got that tea. 2024 First Flush by Hao Yanjin. This was a contender for the website. But yeah, I didn't really care for this one. You know, you end up just splitting hairs doing these big tastings with different teas. And it's like, just because I like a tea doesn't mean someone else is going to like the tea. And I'm not like a professional tea taster. So, yeah, I guess I'm putting reviews on my website like this week or next. And people can go on there. They're going to get an email. And it'll say, hey, you can get like 20% off if you make a video review, and then like maybe 15% discount code if you just leave like a picture review. But I'm bringing reviews to the website, and I think that's going to be really cool for people. I'm actually really curious, just because I've gotten a little bit of feedback, but you know, sometimes people don't want to give me the real feedback. Like, tell me how you really feel, you know? And maybe if they can like anonymously like go on the website, and I don't even know if it's going to be anonymous, but I hope so. You need to start carrying that green tea. Yeah. Thank you, Ash. Thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it. 2024 Longjing, not the one on the website. I remember that one. 2013 Shomei White Tea. This is a very special tea. And fluffy, puffy. And I'm probably going to get some more of it. Man, this one's just like cotton candy. It's so incredibly sweet. I mean, this is an 11-year-old white tea. It's 12 years old. A 12-year-old white tea. I mean, there's just not a lot. There's just not a lot of this floating around. But look how fluffy, puffy this is. Almost like fully oxidized, but you still see some of those buds holding their color. Oh my gosh, just dropped some. This is like precious. So I'm trying to get the hookup on this, but this is so fluffy, puffy, that I would just need like, almost need like a special pouch just for some of these aged Shomei white teas. This is actually really special. A tea farmer gave this to me in a kind of a limited quantity. and holding on to that one. I'm gonna get some more of it. Some other Maojian green tea. And these leaves are a little bit darker. Not sure if that's my storage conditions. I'm not keeping these in the fridge. Some of these delicate greens, you might want to do some cold temperature storage. Not really. I mean, if you're gonna store it for like years, like multiple years, your green tea, then yeah, probably some cold temperature storage. 2012 Shomei. So there's like a 13 and a 12. Those are both prized. Yeah, this 13 Shomei and this 12 Shomei prized. Not on the website. Not sure if I can get more. My 2023 Shui Xian, good value Shui Xian is what I'll call it. And it's not like super cheap, but compared to some of those crazy ones. Another Maojian question mark. Not really sure what that tea is. Shui Xian. Another 2012 Shomei. It's the same one as that other one. 24 Milan Xiang. This is the one on the website. Love this tea. And 2020 by Mudan. That's the one on the website. Love this tea. Okay. I'm going to put all these back in this container now. And I want to make sure they're all sealed up properly. And this isn't like this is a little bit atypical storage. The way I'm having pouches in one of these big containers. But it's just a good way for me to just kind of stay organized. And then just once a week, I want to come to this container and just take out like five different pouches and just enjoy those for the week and think about it. But yeah, there's just, it's almost like getting out of hand. It's just so much. And sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to a tea. And maybe you loved it when you first tried it, and then over the year, or like, not over the years, but over like the weeks, maybe you, maybe you stopped loving it the way you once did. And then it's hard to let go of the tea. These two mystery cakes. I don't know if anybody can read Chinese. Not quite sure what that is, but it's like these 200-gram cakes in here. So I'm just gonna put these in here. But yeah, it's maybe it's a little bit like a hoarder thing, and I need to just make. You don't really want to push on tea leaves. You know, I'm always so gentle. I like to just grab the pouch from the top. But in this case, like, these are just all my teas. These aren't teas I'm giving to anybody. So, I'll compact them a little bit. But actually, I'm so gentle in my processing. I really am. And maybe I'm a little bit like too hyper vigilant. But like, I get kind of offended when I see people like rough with their tea pouches. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're that point in the supply chain where the tea leaves are going to get broken. Why would you do that? Anyways, I hope everyone's doing well out there. So I'm going to put this away for now. Out of sight, out of mind. My apartment is not cluttered. That's pretty funny. Okay. Do you like yerba mate? No, I don't. I never really got into yerba mate. I know it does have a little cult following, but it's not tea. You know, when I talk about tea here, we're talking about Camellia sinensis, that evergreen perennial shrub, which over extended durations can become a magnificent tree. But yeah, we're talking about Camellia sinensis, which is what I refer to as tea. Hello from India. I've been to India a couple times. I've been to Rishikesh, Delhi, Mysuru, Bengaluru. I've spent about 5 months in India over 2 trips for yoga. Would you believe it? Okay, so that's that massive container. And if you fill this with loose tea, you could fill about 10 kg in something like this, about 20, 25 pounds. But obviously, if it's one of those Shomei, fluffy, 12-year-old Shomei teas, you could probably just fill this with like, half that, because it's so fluffy and voluminous. Yep, okay. Now we can look at this little thing. So like this large container, I've put some pouches in here and kind of some one-off, just kind of some special stuff. 2010 Liobao, I think we've seen this one already. Some mystery pouch, unmarked. Okay, I think this is some Anhua Fujuan that's been broken down. I don't know if I can get, there's like a little, yeah. So I believe this is some Fujuan. I don't know how well you can see it. It's just kind of like a flake, a big flake of Fujuan. So I'm going to put this little flake back and enjoy that another time. But I should label this pouch, but I'm not gonna. Okay. Oh, Fujuan, more Fujuan. That's the Anhua County dark tea, typically fermented. Has a history with transport on the ancient tea horse road, of course. Next time coming to India, Bangalore. Yeah, I'm from America. Specifically, I'm from San Diego. But I moved to China when I was 24, just over 10 years ago. Yeah, and so I'm just going through this. Okay, this is Shomei, aged Shomei cakes. So white tea cakes. Okay, and I don't know what that says, but I know this farmer. He's a great friend of mine. Really interesting, man. Over the past decade, all the white tea farmers have gotten rich. So this guy's tooling around in a big old Volvo SUV, taking trips to Dubai. But yeah, I mean, when the tea market in China pops, like a lot of people get rich. I mean, you go to where the Longjing tea comes from in Hangzhou, and like the most popular car is Audis. There are Audis everywhere. I called it Audi Village because everybody was driving an Audi. And so good years for tea, and like, because 95% of the Chinese tea gets consumed in China. It gets sold and drunk in China. And so when it's like trendy, when there's like a tea trend, like farmers are cashing in. And we saw that with like the pu'er tea boom and bust, which just so happened to coincide with the 08 financial crisis. But leading up to that, 05, 06, 07, everybody was just crushing it, making fortunes selling pu'er tea for 4, 5, 6 times what they sold for a couple years prior. So here's some Maojian from a long time ago, although it's in a similar pouch to the ones I just picked up. Mystery Yunnan tea ball. I believe this is a Sheng pu'er ball. That Bama tea that I didn't like. I've kept this to just kind of let it chill, and I'm going to come back to it. But I was really unhappy with that. Here's some 24. Yeah, this is 24 Longjing. It's kind of this fancy packaging for just 3.5 grams of tea. It's kind of a all packaging, all show, no go kind of with this one. And yeah, and then they used all this like plastic to wrap it up. Like, keep your plastic off my tea leaves. You know what I mean? Sorry, I have a plastic issue. Obama tea. No, this is a Obama tea. It's that horse logo. It's like the largest chain of retail tea stores in China. They have like thousands of locations. And current collection taking up space in my closet. Maybe this style would be better. Yeah, it probably would. Yeah. So these are some, this is Bama, not very good. Da Hong Pao, red robe. Some oolong tea variant. Sorry, Dansong. Phoenix Mountain Dansong. Bama. Phoenix Mountain Dansong. Tea Guanyin. Anshi Tea Guanyin. This is at 23 Fuding. Nian Teji. This is the special grade. The Baihao engine that's on my website. Special grade, Nian Teji. I don't say special grade in my listing because I feel like anybody can just write that, you know, and I don't know, like, why would they believe? I don't know. I guess I want to just let the reviews kind of grade it, but I think it's pretty obvious. See, I don't know what this is. Oh, this is a Dansong Oolong, and this is a see, this one is yeah, this is Milan Shang. I can recognize those characters. Bug bitten black tea, bug bitten Hongcha, rare from Guangdong province. I really want to visit the farmer of this. I kept this one just to remember it. I'm gonna like go out to the tea fields in Guangdong with this and be like, do you know who made this tea? Smell it. Drink some. Do you know who made this tea? I'm gonna find that grower. Oh, I know this one, Ba Xian. I went through a lot of Ba Xian and Milan Shang samples. This is some other Dansong Oolong. Jingmai red tea. It's so funny, there's just a little bit of Jingmai red tea in here. Probably from when I took some trip. Anyways, it's like a Halloween party over here. There's just, you know, maybe I'll start, maybe when there's Halloween, kids will come trick or treat, and I'll be like, yeah, take some tea. Take some tea. Okay. It does kind of look like little bits of candy or something, doesn't it? Okay, I'm gonna pack all this back up. And so my goal is to just once a week, just take like 5 out of this big container and take like 5 out of here. And those will just be the teas that I work on for the week. Now, if some new teas come in, which frequently they do, I'll add those to the rotation. But there's got to be some sort of systematic way for me to crunch through some of these teas. Otherwise, I'll just be like this hoarder. And like, I can't leave China, my tea's there. It's just like we pinned down here in China with all this tea. And Chinese tea is wild. Yeah, imperial. I don't pay any attention to that. I just see that as nonsense marketing. Yeah, all these A's and stuff. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem to be any sort of standardization. There is, but maybe I'll go into more detail on that. But yeah, there's just a lot of nonsense out there. I'm like, don't tell me what it is. Like, show me the leaves and let me taste it. And like, I'll kind of have my own ballpark of what I think it is. But yeah, that's why I didn't want to put special grade on my listing, although those Bai Haoyinjin and the Bai Mudan are both sold to me as special grade. But I believe it. I mean, I have like this PDF that's kind of like what that farmer's definition of special grade is and like why he calls his tea that. And so I can see that the tea kind of conforms to his outline. Want to open India, yours branded. Cool. Thank you. Want to open India, yours branded. Okay. Cool. Thank you. All right. So that's these 2 containers, which represent, I don't know, probably about half of, maybe a little bit less than half of my, because I've got these and this and then big drawers down here. And these are actually deep. This goes little bit deep over here. So a lot of tea, and then there's still some more out in my living room. But yeah, try not to be too much of a tea hoarder over here in China. And it's difficult. I love this Lapsang Souchong. It's not for the faint of heart. Like, unless you're a smoked enthusiast, you might be like, wow, why are you drinking a campfire? But I really like it. Again, my lighting's just not the best. I think I can do this, and that will improve it. Yeah, that's a little better. Anyways, yeah, just drinking tea here in China. It's about time to go to sleep. I'm on this new waking up early kick, and I live right near a big mountain, kind of outside the city. I'm not a big city guy anymore. Maybe I'm just getting too old. But down there in like the core of the city, not really my thing anymore. I'm a tea hoarder, addicted to buying tea. There's help for that, Emmanuel. I think I need to start kind of like a help group where we can give our tea. I mean, there are people out there that are just desperate for good tea. And then here we are just hoarding it all. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Really appreciate it. Anyways, so that's kind of this part of the collection, kind of these loose pouches. I had them all on a shelf, but it was just getting out of hand. And so once a week, I'm going to take 5 from the big container, then I'll take 5 from the little container, and that'll just be kind of what I work on for the week. And then I'll put those aside so I can kind of keep a fresh rotation. But there are a lot of duplicates and stuff. And maybe it means we're not, tea is about sharing. It really is. A lot of this tea has been given to me. A lot of these like one-off odd teas. So maybe I need to start giving some more tea to other people. Maybe that would be good. Okay, well, thank you, Emmanuel. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, addicted to buying tea. I know that feel. Are you thinking about selling Gaiwans and cups at some point? Sean, you just asked such an amazing question. I am going to be selling both cups and Gaiwans at some point. Actually, Q1, January, February, March, is when I told myself I'd get some workhorse teaware on the website. So yeah, I'd like 2 basic Gaiwans, 2 basic teapots, and some cups. But I just haven't really pinned that down yet. Ever since I launched the website at the end of October, I've just been like a little bit kind of dazed out, like just kind of like run and gun, I haven't really gotten as much kind of long-term, I still don't have reviews on the website, which is something I've been trying to do for a long time. So yeah, t-shirts, teaware, tea life. And I'd like to get all that on the website. So thank you for your question, Sean. Yeah, there will be teaware on the website, probably February, March. Probably March. But I think that's going to be it for today. We can look at other aspects of the collection another time. And yeah, I think I'm going to let you guys go. I need to get to bed. That's my new thing. I wake up early and I crush this mountain hike. It's like 2.5 hours. Take my my dog, which is like this, they call it the local dog. They call it like a Tugo, a local dog. People go, Tugo, local dog. And it's the dog they eat. I mean, there's no getting around it. Like, this is the dog that you see on like the restaurant signs. It's mostly closely related to like a Finnish Spitz. And if you just look up that dog on the internet, a Finnish Spitz, a little bit like the dog I have. And so this dog's mother, which I also have, I have 2 large dogs. the mother just came to us, tick-ridden, like 8 years ago. Just wandered into our little yard. So we pulled like 1,000 ticks off this dog, and then she got out and got impregnated, and then had 8 puppies in my bed while I was actually in India. It's funny, a guy from India stopped by. Yeah, I was in India when my dog was born, so I named him Masala, because I was making a lot of masala chai back then. So, yeah, interesting story there. But yeah, I've got kind of these local dogs. The kind you'll find is like the strays most frequently, and you'll find them in the kitchen being prepared as food. So actually in wintertime, you got to kind of keep your dogs in. These 2 dogs I have are like prime. I've even had someone offer me like cash for the dog for like meat. I think he was joking, but we don't need to make this about that. Let's keep it about tea, I guess. But yeah, hope you guys are doing well. Love dogs, love hiking, and I'm gonna wake up early, crush it. Hey, we're halfway through January. So what goals have you failed on? And are you gonna let it ruin the whole year, or are you gonna get back on the horse? Pack your Gaiwan, keep your Gaiwan packed. Get back on the horse, crush 2025 like you said you would. Okay, I'm gonna let you guys go. But yeah, I'm trying to go live every day. And sorry about the times, it's been really erratic. But I will leave you with these steaming leaves. And thank you for stopping by, Emmanuel, Sean, Ash. Yeah, really appreciate it.